One day, Augustine Washington discovered that someone had chopped down one of his cherry trees. Suspecting his son, George Augustine confronted the boy. "Father," George said, "I cannot tell a lie. I chopped down your cherry tree." Pleased with George's honest answer, Augustine didn't punish him, although this event never happened. A historian made it up. George's honesty in the story is real. The honesty, along with hard work and good judgment, characterized the man who would become the father of his country. George was born on February 22nd, 1732, in the American colony of Virginia. He spent his childhood on his father's farm and didn't have much chance to attend school. He learned mathematics well, but always had trouble with spelling. A wealthy family named Fairfax lived near the Washington farm. George visited them often. Lord Fairfax liked George a lot and took him under his wing. Lord Fairfax said George wrote well, shot well, and was very dependable. When George was a teenager, Lord Fairfax arranged him to join the British Navy. George's mother made such a fuss, however, that George cancelled his plans. Instead, he joined a surveying party who went out to measure Lord Fairfax's land. He did so well that Lord Fairfax made George the official surveyor of the country at age 16. 3 years later, George's beloved half-brother Lawrence died. Since Lawrence had no children, George inherited the Lawrence Mount Vernon plantation. Now that George was a landowner, Lord Fairfax made him commander of the local militia. From age 21 to 26, George fought bravely in the French and Indian War. He led the soldiers well and was lucky too. In one battle, for bullets tore his clothing, but none injured him. He left the army after the war. Almost immediately, he married Martha Curtis, a widow with 2 children. Then, for the next 16 years, George farmed at Mount Vernon. In 1775, tension between England and the American colonies over taxes finally exploded into war. The Continental Congress remembered Washington's bravery and leadership during the French and Indian War. They unanimously elected Washington to lead the American army. The American Revolution lasted for 8 long years, but the colonies won their independence. When it came time to choose a president for the new nation, the Continental Congress chose George Washington as president. George did his best. Making a nation of the 13 colonies, however, wasn't easy. After a second term, Washington returned to a quiet life of farming. 2 years later, on December 14, 1799, George passed away. A politician, Henry Lee, summed up the feelings of the mourning nation. He stated that Washington was first in war, first in peace, and first in the hearts of his country.